where I'm going to be covering my top 10 secrets for building a six-figure business online from scratch in any market using just one simple page. This is going to be a ton of fun and jam-packed with actionable content, so turn off your notifications on your phone or your computer and give me your undivided attention for just 45 minutes. Now, before I jump right in, just a quick FYI, this is not live. This training is recorded so that I can pack as much valuable information in a short period of time as possible. I hate sitting on webinars that ramble on for 2 or 3 hours, and I'm guessing you do too. So I'm making sure that I'm leaving you with only my highest value content. But I am live over in the chat box. I can see all of your questions and your comments, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. So let me know over in the chat box where you're from, and if you have any questions as we go. Now, before I start revealing the 10 secrets, let me give you a quick overview of what you can expect from this training. First off, this training will be about 45 minutes long. I know that sounds long, but I'm going to pack it with as much valuable information as I can, and I promise that you're going to leave feeling transformed with dozens of actionable tips that you can start immediately using to make money online. For the first few minutes, I'll be giving you my quick background about who I am, how I got started in this business, and how you can get started as well. And then for about a half hour, I'll be giving you my 10 secrets for building a 6- and 7-figure business online from scratch, even if you have no product right now, no audience, and no website. And it's important that you know that this is not just me pitching some paid course the whole time. I'm actually going to be teaching you things that are inside of our paid course. And then for about 5 minutes, I'll be making you an exclusive offer at the end for anyone who would like to learn more beyond just this free training. And then for the last 15 minutes, I'll be doing a Q&A, where I'll be covering a long list of frequently asked questions, and I'll be here to answer any of your questions in the chat box as well. So without further ado, let's begin the training. Okay, so if you don't know anything about me, my name is Brian Moran. I got started online back in 2009, going from idea to idea and struggling to make my first sale for over a year. Eventually, I met a mentor who steered me in the right direction, and within 12 months, I went from making nothing to grossing over $1 million in sales in a single year. And unlike most of the experts out there who brag about their sales numbers but don't show you how much they actually took home, over $600,000 of that money that I made in that first year was pure profit that I put in the bank. I quit the job I hated, started working from home, and was able to start living a lifestyle that I never would have dreamed of just 12 months prior. My wife and I were spending more time together than ever, taking trips to places we'd only dreamed of going. Plus, I was doing something that I loved to do, with people that I loved working with. I continued to build that business year after year, and since 2009, I've generated over $30 million in sales for my own businesses. A few years back, I started getting asked to speak to thousands of entrepreneurs at events all over the United States, and I've started helping countless people replicate the success that I've had in their own business. People like Kimberly Jimenez, who built a 7-figure business, Rocky Eula, who's making over $100,000 a month, and Carl Hitchborn, who made over $71,000 in his first 90 days. A few years ago, I also built a piece of software called Samcart with the goal of making it easier than ever for a beginner to launch a profitable online business the very first time. And Samcart now has become the go-to marketing tool for tens of thousands of entrepreneurs, including some of the smartest online marketers on the internet today. In today's call, I'll be revealing the secrets that I've used to generate those $30 million in sales for myself, as well as secrets used by some of the top sellers on Samcart today. Keep in mind, though, that while hundreds of people are making millions of dollars per year on Samcart, the average person makes between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. So that's a more realistic income goal that you can expect. However, most entrepreneurs don't have the secrets that I'm about to share you, so hopefully I can help your business become one of the above average ones. My ultimate goal with this free training is simple: to help transform as many people's skills and knowledge as I can and help them turn it into a 6- and 7-figure business. Now, before I dive into my 10 secrets, let me tackle the 4 most common doubts that people have by answering those 4 frequently asked questions. Number 1, what if I've never done this before? Well, look, we all have to start somewhere. My first product and website was far from perfect, but over the years, I've learned how to launch great products and make a lot of money doing it. And today, I'll be revealing much of what I discovered after years of trial and error, including how to make sure you're selling something that people actually want to buy so that you don't waste tons of time trying idea after idea like I did. Number 2, what if I have no prior experience? First, selling stuff online is not rocket science if you know the mistakes to avoid. I had 0 experience or knowledge when I first got started, and I figured it all out. And you have an advantage that I never had: tools that make the entire process push button easy. The truth is, there's literally never been a better time to launch an online business. Getting started is cheaper, reaching customers is easier, and with the right blueprint to follow, selling stuff online has never been simpler. When I got started in 2009, it was 10 times harder to get up and running than it is today. And if you're afraid you're not qualified enough for somebody to buy something from you, that's totally normal. I was terrified when I first got started, and most of my students are completely terrified too. That is, until they finally launch and start to watch people actually buy their product. Number 3, isn't this going to take a ton of work? So listen, there is no shortage of gurus out there peddling new techniques that seem to just get more and more complex every single year. These days, we're all supposed to set up multi-step marketing funnels, bloated e-commerce stores, or hyper-advanced automation sequences, which is why over 95% of online marketers never actually get their idea off the ground and never actually make that cherished first sale, because they're stuck doing dozens of other things before they actually launch. So look, if that sounds like you, and you're looking for a different way, an easier way to shortcut the process, you're in the right place. And number 4, what if I don't have any upfront capital or advertising budget? So look, I'm not going to lie and pretend to you that getting started online can be done with absolutely no money. That's just not how business works. There is always an investment of either time or money or both. But the good news is the approach I'm going to teach you today does not require a ton of money up front. In fact, using these tips that I'm about to show you, you can create, market, and start profiting from a completely new product entirely from scratch for less than a couple $100. And number 5, what if I don't have an email list, a website, or any social media following? And look, most people think that they need an email list or a big social media following to make a real living online. But remember, every single entrepreneur starts with nothing. No fans, no followers, no visitors, and no customers. But if you get started on the right foot and you follow the right blueprint, all those things will happen on their own. If you eliminate the big obstacles, which I'm about to show you how to do, before you know it, you'll be the one with tons of visitors, thousands of fans, and hundreds of customers. The next big question I get is, what type of product should I be selling? Well, the good news is that leads us right into secret number 1, which is always sell a product that you own. Listen, I know everyone today is screaming about becoming the next dropshipping millionaire by selling crappy products made in China, or buying yachts with the affiliate income that they make by recommending someone else's product, or living on a beach somewhere while you earn commissions from the friends that you annoyed about your network marketing company. But look, the truth is, these are pipe dreams created to take advantage of people that just don't know any better. And look, I get it. It sounds easy, so hands-off, so guaranteed. But the actual numbers don't support any of these ideas. And here are just some of the stats that you need to know. The average dropshipper on Shopify takes home less than $3,000 a year. The average affiliate marketer makes less than $500 per year. And the average network marketer takes home less than $1,000 a year. Of course, no one is going to tell you that, but it's the truth. Not to mention, even if you succeed with one of these flawed business models where you're selling a product that you don't own, you have zero control. If the product from China that you're dropshipping goes out of stock, you go out of business. If the network marketing company changes their rules, you're screwed. Or if the owner of the product that you're an affiliate for doesn't support the customers that you send them well, you get hammered. Plus, you're building someone else's business instead of your own. You're building their brand, their audience, their list instead of your own. Look, I know this might sound harsh. This might sound narrow-minded, but the truth is, it is. And here's why. Because I'm not willing to let you go down the wrong road that I know is going to lead to your failure. And that's why my number 1 secret to success is always start by selling a product that you create and that you own. So if you're going to make a product that you own so that you have full control, the next question is, what niche should I go into? And that brings us to secret number 2. Look, most people start off by going to a niche where they hear that people are making a ton of money. But there are 3 fatal flaws with that approach. Number 1, things aren't always what they seem. Just because someone says they're making a lot of money doesn't mean that they're actually keeping any of it. And in most cases, the people making a lot of money in those niches have to spend all of that money on advertising, manufacturing, or employees. Number 2, once you've heard about a hot niche, it's most likely too late to get in it. Do you remember those little fidget spinners? The first couple people who sold them made great money, but then everybody jumped in and now they're gone. And number 3, you usually know nothing about that niche if you're just jumping in because that's where the money is. Beginners make this mistake all the time because they don't realize how critical it is for you to understand the niche that you're going to sell to. And that's why secret number 2 is simple. Always sell to a niche that you're passionate about. Do you love to golf? Sell to golfers. Do you love to hike? Sell to hikers. Do you love being a mom? Sell something to moms. I don't don't care if you think there's only 3 people in that niche. That's where you need to start. You'll understand your customers better, and you'll understand their needs better, and you'll enjoy the learning process 10 times more, which is key in those early days. So if you're going to create your own product that you have full control of and enter into a niche that you're passionate about, the next question becomes, so what type of product do I create and sell to this niche? And that's secret number 3. Always start by selling a simple digital product. And I usually go with either a small 10 to 20 page report or a simple 2 to 3 video mini course. Why? Because physical products involve too much upfront capital to create, manufacture, and ship, which puts tons of risk on you if it doesn't work out. And selling a service that you perform for someone else requires all of your time, so you're just giving yourself a new job to do every time you make a new sale. Creating a digital product can be done virtually for free, which means you keep 100% of the money for yourself instead of spending it on manufacturing and shipping. Plus, you can have something to sell in just a few days versus spending thousands of dollars and sucking up months of your time before you're even ready to launch. Plus, a digital product like a PDF or an online video can be improved instantly and re-uploaded online so that all your customers have the latest version, versus a physical product that can never be improved once it's shipped out. And if you're wondering what your report or mini course should be about, then don't miss secret number 4. You see, now that you've decided to create a report, you're probably wondering what should it be about? What topic would really grab people's attention? What subject do they really care about? What content will they actually pay for? Well, if you want to guarantee people desperately want what's inside of your report, I use something called the problem test. And that's secret number 4. The problem test starts by asking yourself what your number 1 problem was when you first got interested in the niche that you're about to sell to. If you're in fitness, maybe your number 1 problem used to be figuring out what foods to eat or what exercises to do. If you're in real estate, maybe your number 1 problem was finding leads for potential properties. If you're in online marketing, maybe your number 1 problem was getting traffic to your site. Your report should only solve this one big problem and give one big promise. It should not solve a broad range of different problems. Most beginners make the deadly mistake of letting their products become too generic and all-encompassing, which doesn't add value but actually waters down the benefit to your potential customers. No one wants a book that teaches them everything they need to know to speak Spanish. Most people just want 12 critical phrases that they can use while they're vacationing in Mexico. No one wants an encyclopedia of weight loss exercises. What they want are the 3 key exercises that they need to drop 10 pounds in the next week. Look, by only promising one big benefit to your reader, you grab your reader's attention, you pull them in because you have what they want. And this will dramatically boost your sales. And this is exactly why secret number 2 was to sell to a niche that you're passionate about. Because if you're not passionate about the niche that you're about to sell to, you'll never know what their real problems are. And if you don't understand their problems, you'll never create a product that they want to buy. Secret number 5 is picking the perfect title. See, way too many people spend all their time making sure their product is amazing, and then they pick a crappy title and they wonder why no one's buying it. So let me be clear. The title of your product can literally make or break it. But the good news is picking a great title is easy. To do it, I use something called the bookshelf test. Imagine you're starting to learn to play guitar and you really want to learn the famous song Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. So you head over to the bookstore and you're walking through the music section looking at all the books about playing guitar. You see 3 books to choose from. The first one is titled Everything You Need to Know About Playing Guitar, and it's by Jimi Hendrix. The second one is titled The Ultimate Guitar Book, and it's by Eric Clapton himself. And the third book is called The Beginner's Guide to Playing Guitar, and it's written by someone you've never heard of. Which book are you going to buy? You're probably going to buy one of the 2 books written by arguably 2 of the best guitarists of all time. But now let's change the scenario a little bit. What if the third book was titled How to Play Tears in Heaven, a beginner's guide to mastering the best song of all time? But it's still written by someone you've never heard of. Now, you're probably going to buy that book before you buy the book written by the guy who actually wrote the song you're trying to learn. And why is that? How to boost your productivity, or how to get more traffic to your blog. You get the idea. So pick a single topic that your passion niche needs help with, whip out Google Docs, and start writing. You'll have 10 to 20 pages written before you know it. Come up with a catchy title, and then go over to 99 Designs, and for less than $300, you can get the entire thing designed by a professional, so that you look like a New York Times bestselling author. And all of a sudden, you have something that